Welcome to CPS News. It's Monday night, and guess where we are? We're still on the radio station, but it's for a really good reason. I promise you, the new set is coming. I hope that's not a spoiler. You guys haven't seen it, but you're going to be really excited about it. But let's move on. So it is Monday night. It is CPS News, the news that speaks your language. What do you got to say, Jesse, about all this?
I got to say, it's a fantastic and incredible day because it's springtime, you guys.
Ooh.
So I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. You know, it's still very fresh. I'm still enjoying the weather a lot. And thank you for being here at CPS News. And we do have a lot of information, so let's get to it.
Let's do it. You heard what the lady said. We got to do what she says. And what she says is, well, let's roll the headlines.
Traffic cops in Bahía de Banderas accused of extorting expats. Prosecutor's office takes over Plaza Caracol robbery case. Garbage piles up in the Zona Romantica amid schedule violations. In sports news tonight, Puerto Vallarta hosts National Martial Arts Tournament with over 300 athletes. In other news, Tourism Gala 2025 wraps up with a record-breaking success for Puerto Vallarta and Riviera Nayarit. And finally, be sure to stay tuned for Brent's Voices of Vallarta interview with Rabbi Schneur Hecht. Find out more about these stories, this week's Red Hot happenings, and more on the 1-hour edition of CPS News with Jesse and Brent, the news that speaks your language.
So in our first story tonight, we're going to begin with the wildfires in Cabo Corrientes, where firefighters have been working nonstop to combat and contain the flames. Right now, 2 fires are still burning and in Santa Cruz and other areas, and the containment is only at about 80%. Strong afternoon winds have made full control very, very difficult. Last Sunday, a helicopter from Jalisco Attorney General's office took to the skies carrying out an aerial assessment with the municipal president to evaluate the damage. On the ground, 129 firefighters and emergency responders, including the Mexican Army and CONAFOR, are battling to stop the spread. The good news, well, if there is any, so far, no injuries, which is great, or structural losses have been reported. But the full extent of the damage to the environment is still unknown, and the fight is not over yet. And now the community is stepping up to help those affected. Many families that have been displaced and are in desperate need of food, diapers, baby formula, and clothing and shelter. And if you'd like to help, you can donate right now at Vallarta Cares just by going to donorbox.org/Vallarta-Cares. And we'll try to put that on the screen for you. And there's another way to make a difference. On March 26th, Georgia of Casa Karma is opening her home, what a treat that is, for a special community event to raise funds for those in need. And of course, tickets are available now, again at donorbox.org/events. In times like these, it's our community that lifts us up. And if we've learned anything from past disasters, whether it's fires, hurricanes, or floods, is that we take care of our own. Let's come together, Vallarta, and show our support. We'll keep you updated as the situation develops. Stay safe, and let's also keep our neighbors safe. Thank you so much to Guadalupe Arce for this very first story.
Well, you know what? Thank you to everyone that's donating for this cause. It's very needed. And thanks, Georgia, for doing this at your house. I will see you over there. I'll be at that event to help along. Now, let's talk about bribes. Have you gotten bribed yet? Well, let me tell you, foreign residents in Bahía de Banderas have exposed an alleged corruption scheme with the local traffic police, claiming they are being forced to pay bribes of $500 to $1,000 to avoid legal trouble for traffic violations, including DUI charges. What's alarming is that officers demanded payments in US dollars rather than pesos, targeting mostly American expats and seasonal visitors in areas like Nuevo Vallarta and Punta de Mita. Local businesses and transport companies also claim to be victims, often pressured into paying up to 10,000 pesos to prevent their vehicles from being impounded, a process that could cost nearly double in fines and towing fees. Some businesses reluctantly comply to avoid further harassment. While complaints have reached municipal authorities, including Mayor Hector Santana, no action has been taken promoting or prompting victims to speak out. This isn't the first time such allegations have surfaced. In 2022, 3 years ago, the mayor Mirta N. urged traffic officers to stop these practices amid reports of a structured bribed system, while her administration claimed to dismantle a corrupt network targeting drivers along Riviera Nayarit. The issue appears to have researched or never truly disappeared under the current government. So be careful out there. Don't accept, being bribed. And of course, this information was brought to you by Miguel Gonzalez Guerra.
So that's some good information, Jesse. And I know a lot of our viewers specifically feel like they've been targeted by that. So we hope that you can, get something from that story, and definitely contact us on our website anytime and tell us, if something's happened with you, because we want to know about it. Okay, let's move on. In other news, we've got an antenna story. I don't think we've ever had an antenna story. So a Telcel 5G antenna in Colonia Independencia will remain after the company secured a federal injunction forcing the removal of the closure seals. The project, which began in November of 2024, faced strong opposition from residents concerned about health risks. Despite Mayor Munguia's initial promise to halt the installation, federal authorities ruled that the telecommunications infrastructure is a public service, making local interference illegal. Construction was halted multiple times but resumed on February 27th after the court order. Frustrated residents accused officials of corruption and have taken legal action against the company, the landowner, and the municipal government for withholding documentation. Jorge Alberto Valderez Bendacourt, Director of Urban Development, explained that the municipality had no choice but to comply with the federal regulations. While the antenna's purpose is confirmed, he noted that third-party contractors usually will handle such installations. Interesting. Okay, once again, thank you, MGG, Miguel Gonzalez Guerra, for that story.
And now Miguel Gonzalez Guerra has another interesting story. There was a robbery last week, you guys. Two men, one of them armed, carried out a robbery at a jewelry store inside Plaza Caracol in Puerto Vallarta, where two men, one wielding a firearm, stole an estimated 1.5 million pesos worth of jewelry last week. In a new development, Home Depot was temporarily closed after one of the suspects from a separate Banorte Bank robbery broke into the store. Municipal police quickly secured the area and detained a white Mazda van in the parking lot, which is believed to have been used in the Plaza Caracol jewelry heist. Investigators suspect that the criminals are part of a gang operating out of Mexico City. No arrests have been confirmed yet, but authorities are urging the public to report any information that could lead to their capture. Further updates from the Jalisco State Prosecutor's Office are expected in the coming hours. With information from Miguel Gonzalez Guerra, we'll keep you updated if anything else comes up.
Excellence in design and quality has found its home at Ceramicas Exclusivas. Elevate your space with world-class flooring and wall coverings, imported from Europe and carefully selected for those who seek distinction and perfection. In every detail, discover porcelain tiles with a marble look, offering the beauty of natural stone without stains and with easy maintenance. More space, more inventory, more exclusivity. At Ceramicas Exclusivas, we bring you an unparalleled selection of premium materials, perfect for every project. Visit us at Federación 390, Paseos Universidad Ixtapa, Puerto Vallarta, or explore our collection online, www.ceramicasexclusivas.com. Don't miss our exclusive offers, subscribe to our newsletter, and get the latest design trends and promotions every month. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more inspiration and updates. Ceramicas Exclusivas, the art of living with distinction.
Okay, in our next story, a local company could be facing legal action after causing severe damage to a key natural resource right here in Bahía de Banderas. The destruction occurred when a heavy excavator was used to pull a stranded boat from the oyster bank at the mouth of the Arroyo del Indio in Bucerías. Municipal trustee Daniela Flores condemned the incident, which she described as an attack on the local marine life and livelihood of the oyster harvesters. She demanded that the company responsible compensate them for the damage. She stated the reckless and aggressive act is unacceptable. They have inflicted massive harm on the oyster bank that belongs to not only the people of Bahía de Banderas, but to all Mexicans. The event took place on March 12th with no intervention from authorities at any level of government to prevent the destruction. As a result, the boat was severely damaged and the environment suffered significant harm as well. Municipal authorities are now preparing legal action while environmental agencies such as Profeco and Semarnat may also take steps to address the incident, which threatens both the ecological sustainability and the livelihood of countless families of dependent oysters on that bank. Thanks again for our favorite reporter today, Miguel Gonzalez Guerrera.
Well, we've had a lot of really interesting information today.
Yeah.
I want to do a quick shout out to Georgia from Casa Karma. I want to say thank you for everything that you do for the community. And, I will see you on Wednesday at your fantastic house.
And Georgia is a treasure. Shout out from me too. You just beat me to it. Now, how about that robbery? Did you see the video? I mean, I'm sure now that everybody's seen it, but I saw it last week when it was last week when it all happened. That was crazy, man. They just came in there, guns ablazing, packed them up, and just walked right out so calmly.
It's crazy because we don't see that very often here in Puerto Vallarta, the friendliest city of the world.
No, it was a shocking video, and we don't get news like that often, but when we do, we report it. Okay, with that, we got to go to a quick commercial break, so we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Good to have you back. And we're going to keep on trucking along because we got more news to go. And this time, Jesse's going to tell you all about a very interesting project.
Well, we've talked about this before here in CPS News, and it's a major infrastructure project. It's set to enhance connectivity between Nayarit and Jalisco. Governor Miguel Ángel Navarro Quintero announced that the federal government will invest 250 million pesos in 2025 for the first phase of the Puente Amado Nervo, a new bridge linking Bahía de Banderas and Puerto Vallarta through San Vicente and Ixtapa. The 1.8-kilometer bridge will span the Ameca and Mascota rivers, easing traffic and improving regional mobility. The project is currently in the bidding process and will be carried out by the Secretaría de Infraestructura, Comunicaciones y Transportes, or SICT. Construction is expected to begin in October 2025 and be completed by 2027. With a total investment of approximately 1 billion pesos fully funded by the federal government. Thank you, Israel Torres, for this information.
Okay, a tragic accident recently claimed the life of an Oramapas Nayarit worker while performing drainage relief work. The victim, identified as Israel Bernal Vera, was reportedly carrying out maintenance when he became trapped. The incident was confirmed by the municipal president, Hector Santana. As of now, the Oramapas director has not provided further details, and the Nayarit State Attorney General's office has yet to release an official statement. The removal of the body and related judicial procedures were conducted under strict confidentiality. That's all we have on the story right now, but it's a very sad story, and thank you for Israel Torres for bringing that to us. But now we have a quick word from our sponsor, Hospital La Jolla. So, are you concerned about you and your well-being? Of course you are. So don't miss an opportunity to take care of yourself because Hospital La Jolla offers a wide range of top-quality medical services. Those include a comprehensive health checkup, laboratory and imaging services, consultations with medical specialists, 24/7 emergency care, of course, intensive care unit, and a pediatric unit, and much, much more. For more information or schedule an appointment, call 322-226-1010 or 322-226-8181. Stay up to date on offers and promotions just by following Hospital La Jolla on social media because your health and your family health is what matters most.
And now let's go back to information about Bahía de Banderas. Let me tell you about Mayor Héctor Santana Garcia. He announced on Monday that Bahía de Banderas is working to refinance its 150 million peso debt after paying over 10 million pesos in interest alone within the first 6 months of his administration. Santana aims to restructure the debt within 3 months, as the current payments, approximately 1.67 million pesos per month, are going primarily toward interest rather than reducing the principal. He criticized the original financing terms, stating that they were arranged as if the municipality lacked the financial capacity to cover the debt. This money thrown away, that's what he said, emphasizing that the previous administration took on the debt for public work projects. He reassured that his government will not borrow additional funds for infrastructure improvements, but will instead rely on its own financial resources. Currently, the debt accounts for about 2% of the municipality's expenditure budget, which exceeds 1.5 billion pesos. Thank you, Israel Torres, for all of this information.
So residents are raising concerns about, this time, not a cell tower, but this time it's green metal gates. That's right, green metal gates at the entrance to FIBA Beach, that's F-I-B-B-A, the beach club in Nueva Vallarta, fearing restricted public access to the shoreline. Photos shared by locals show the new barriers placed just beyond the existing security checkpoints, further limiting entry. The move has alarmed the community, and this access point is one of the few remaining in the nautical development. This situation follows a similar incident a month ago when an attempt was made to close the entrance to the Playa Villa Veradero. Public pressure, however, led to its reopening. In recent years, access to the beach club has gradually been restricted, first with security barriers and now with gates, raising concerns that once a fully public beach is becoming increasingly difficult to reach. In November of 2024, the Nayarit government announced the recovery of the 18,000 square meter beach club. However, it remains unclear whether the recent closure was mandated by the government or by a private entity. The FIBA Beach Club has been the center of disputes for years, adding to the uncertainty about its future and the public's right to, of course, enjoy the beaches, which is a right here, as you know. Again, thank you to Israel Torres for this very interesting story, and we're going to keep you up to date with how it progresses.
And now let's talk about trash. Trash buildup in Puerto Vallarta Zona Romantica is still a big problem because some restaurant owners and residents don't follow the garbage pickup schedule. In other neighborhoods, people have been fined for not following the rules, but no one in the downtown area has been punished yet. This means the issue keeps happening. When people throw out their trash after the garbage trucks have already passed, bags of waste pile up on street corners. I'm sure you've seen that. And this makes the area dirty and hurts the image of this popular tourist spot. Local authorities remind everyone to follow the garbage collection rules to avoid fines and keep the city clean. But some people and businesses still don't take responsibility, making it harder to keep the area nice and healthy. We have talked about the schedules, you guys. Please keep it up. Thank you, Fernanda Bojorquez, for this information.
Okay, so we're moving into the lighter news and entertainment section of our show. And of course, my favorite segment could be Voices of Vallarta. It's yours too, right?
It's mine too, actually. It's
funny.
very, very interesting. I really love, to hear you guys' voices and, to get to know the whole community of Puerto Vallarta. So I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, definitely don't go anywhere. We've got a rabbi on set for the very first time. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. We have reached the interview segment of our show, and it's Voices of Vallarta, of course. And today, we have a very unique guest. I hope you take that positively, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But it's Rabbi Shneur Hecht. And I know I'm saying it wrong, but it's okay. I'm saying it right enough, right?
You did a great job.
Thank you.
Brent, you're good at this.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get into it. So I just kind of alluded to my first question, but I just don't see many rabbis in town. Maybe I'm not looking around enough, but I don't. And I don't see a lot of people that look just like you in town. Tell me more. How are you here? What happened?
Well, I'll tell you. So every Thursday night, there's a market at the Marina, a Marina Vallarta market. And since we moved here, we decided that in order to reach more people, we're going to sell bread, specifically Jewish bread called challah, every Thursday night. And inevitably, almost every week, somebody comes over to me and say, Chabad? Rabbi, what are you doing here? You know, you're sticking out like a sore thumb. So actually, I'm pretty used to that question. So I'll tell you. In 1994, one of the greatest rabbis of this century passed away. His name was Rabbi Menachem Schneerson. He had a vision for the world. And his vision was that no Jew in the world should be left behind. No Jew should be alone. Every Jew should have a community to call home. So he sent out emissaries all over the world and established the largest Jewish network of humanitarian, religious, Jewish, for every single Jew to be a part of. And it's actually quite unique. When my wife and I were looking for a place to move, Puerto Vallarta wasn't even on the top of our agenda.
Right.
But eventually we did end up here. It was a place with many Jews. There was no permanent Jewish community though.
Ah, okay. So there were established Jews here, and there were people
Yes,
here, but
actually
there was a community.
there was a doctor that was doing some ad hoc community work before we moved here.
Okay.
And he passed away, and then there was a void.
Okay. Interesting. And so Chabad, I think I'm trying again. Chabad, you mentioned that. So Chabad in Puerto Vallarta, what does that do to really support the residents here and the visitors? I mean, how do you find that as a support system here? I mean, it sounds great worldwide, but specifically, how is it helping the Jews here in Puerto Vallarta?
That's a really good question. And I'll tell you, there are, for the most part, I would say, mostly North American Jews that are here. People always ask me, are there any indigenous Jews? We do have a couple of Mexican Jews that come from Guadalajara, Mexico City, mostly retired Jewish people that come here.
Okay.
And it's our job to service them, to be able to provide them with spiritual needs and physical needs.
Okay.
But one thing that's unique about Chabad, it's a Jewish organization, but it's specifically a big tent organization. So it brings in Jews from really all walks of life.
Okay.
When we sit around the Shabbat table on Friday nights, the Sabbath.
Okay.
So every Friday night we have a Shabbat dinner at Chabad, and we sit around, and if you look around the table, you'd be shocked to see that there are Jews literally from all walks of life.
Okay.
And it's really an amazing thing. And the truth is that each of them have their own needs, and each of them have their own things that they're looking for in a community. And we try to be there to provide whatever it is that they're looking for.
Okay.
And we try to be there for that.
Interesting.
There's really absolutely no religious observance necessary or financial giving something financially. We're looking really just to bring Jewish people together, and that's really our goal.
Okay, and I'm not going to say levels, I don't know what the right word is, but all types of Jewish people. So I know there's Orthodox Jews, there's some that are probably not as Orthodox, for lack of a better word. It's accepting of all Jewish people, correct?
Yeah.
It's not like...
Exactly, irrespective of, religious observance, background, financial means, Jewish people coming together, that's our goal.
Okay.
Really to create a place, a home, a community center where every single person feels welcome. And I'll tell you even more than that, the Rebbe's vision, Rabbi Menachem Schneerson, his vision wasn't just only for Jewish people. His vision was to make a perfected world that's ready for the end of days when the Mashiach will come.
Oh.
So our job is not complete just with the Jewish people. Our job is complete when every single person finds their path.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be a Jewish path. Every person should find their path in life where they feel comfortable to connect with God, to be part of, to connect to their soul, and to fulfill the purpose for which God put them into the world. And it's a very, very important thing. When a person finds his path, when he finds his purpose, he finds a lot of peace in his life.
Well, I feel like what else is not going to be complete is this interview. I feel like there's a whole lot more to learn, and I definitely want to have you come back because this is intriguing. I know our viewers want to learn more, but because we're almost out of time, really quickly, if you could tell us, are there any upcoming events, initiatives, or what's the best way to follow you to get involved in this community?
I think every single person knows about Passover, and in a couple of weeks, Passover is coming. Passover is so important. People think about matzah. People think about other things about Passover, but the most important part of Passover is giving over the traditions to the next generation. So we're going to let the children ask. We're going to let the children be part of this experience. And when the children ask, they will carry on this tradition to the next generation. That's what's most important. So we invite everybody to join us for within our community and for Passover coming up on April 12th, Saturday night.
Okay, we'll put up a link with more information so you can get to it, because I know we're out of time. But thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. It's very interesting. We're going to have you back. And now we're going to have to move on. And here's David with our next story tonight.
Technical issues plagued the first days of operation at the recently inaugurated Secretaría de Relaciones Exteriores, SRE, office in Puerto Vallarta's Maritime Terminal. Since opening on March 18th, users have faced delays in passport renewals and other services due to system failures affecting biometric data collection and photo processing. Frustrated citizens, some arriving before the 8 a.m. opening time, reported being repeatedly told to wait another 30 minutes without a clear timeline for resolution. Despite the setbacks, most opted to remain patient as rescheduling appointments was not offered as an alternative. As of now, the SRE has yet to issue an official statement on the cause of the problem or when normal service will resume. Affected users hope for a swift resolution to prevent further disruptions. With information from Fernanda Borges, David Herchak, CPS News.
All right. Well, now let me tell you some great news. Great news for the film industry in Jalisco. The state has announced a major update to its film commission, and it's called Filma Jalisco, which is now part of the state tourism department. This change aims to make Jalisco a top destination for film productions, boosting the economy and attracting more visitors. Officials highlighted that Jalisco is the only state in Mexico offering direct financial support to filmmakers, making it a great place to shoot movies and series. The new Filma Jalisco director, Alejandro Tavares, is focused on supporting local creators. One exciting initiative is Jalisco Lab, a free training program for audiovisual professionals developed in partnership with Netflix. Oh yeah. In 2024, Jalisco hosted 189 productions, bringing in nearly 950 million pesos and creating over 4,900 jobs. More details on funding and training programs will be shared in April. For filmmakers, Jalisco is ready to roll. I think this is great news. I told you.
So now it's time, and we're moving into sports. One of my favorite segments, other than the interview, of course. So young athletes from all over Bahía de Banderas made waves at the 31st Torneo Nuevos Valores, showcasing their talent at the Emiliano Zapata Aquatic Complex. Edson Felipe Diaz Morales dominated the competition, winning the individual championship in the 9-year-old category, way to go, proving his dedication and skill at every race he was in. Meanwhile, Liam Ricardo Diaz Morales excelled in speed events, securing victories in the 50-meter freestyle, 25-meter freestyle, and the 25-meter butterfly. As the only representatives from Bahía de Banderas, both swimmers proudly carried their region's name into the national stage, highlighting the area's growing strength in competitive swimming. Their impressive performance serves as inspiration for future generations of athletes who are hopefully watching this show and getting inspired. Okay, thank you to our sports reporter, Fernanda Borges from CPS News, for that story.
Well, good job, Bahía de Banderas. Yes, representing in the nationals. And now more sports with my friend David. He's got another interesting story. Let's listen up.
Puerto Vallarta recently became the center of the paddle world as it hosted the second Jalisco State Paddle Tournament 2025, an event sanctioned by the Mexican Paddle Federation, FAMEPA. The tournament took place at a local paddle club, bringing together players of all ages and skill levels. Competitors participated across multiple categories, from youth and junior divisions to veteran players, showcasing their talent and passion for the sport. Additionally, the event was part of 3 major national circuits: the National Youth Circuit Futuras Promesas Maxtarque 2025, National Senior Circuit Foliati 2025, and the National Veterans Circuit 2025. This prestigious tournament provided an excellent opportunity for both local and state players to test their skills in a high-level competition while also contributing to the growing popularity of paddle in Puerto Vallarta. With information from Fernanda Borges, David Herchak, CPS News.
Okay, this is kind of the part where I wish Jesse and I were on air together, because if you watched a few weeks ago, we had a martial arts story. She had a very convincing and very professional hi-ya, which sounded just like that. All right, but in all seriousness, here's Joe to tell us about a really interesting martial arts story.
The event brought together around 300 athletes from across the country, competing in disciplines such as Muay Thai kickboxing, taekwondo, karate, and boxing. La Lija Sports Complex in Puerto Vallarta hosted the National Martial Arts Tournament, one-round edition, highlighting the city's dedication to promoting sports and physical activity. Organized by the Puerto Vallarta Municipal Sports Council, COMUDE, the tournament emphasized the importance of martial arts as a discipline rooted in respect, perseverance, and commitment. During the opening ceremony, COMUDE's General Director, William Arredondo Camacho, reaffirmed the municipality's support for athletic development. City Council member Erica Esina Garcia Rubo emphasized the local government's commitment to athletes of all ages, while Oscar Fisher, president of the World Kickboxing and Muay Thai Council, expressed gratitude to Mayor Luis Munguia for his support in making the event possible. Representing the mayor, community construction manager Ramon Chavez Lara highlighted the role of sports in the city's agenda, stressing that tournaments like this not only promote well-being, but also help position Puerto Vallarta as a key destination for high-level sporting events. With this tournament, Puerto Vallarta continues to establish itself as a premier location, not just for tourism, but also for major sports competitions. With information from Fernanda Bojorquez, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
Hiya! Next up, a word from our sponsors.
Are you looking for the perfect spot for your furry friend while you're away? Positively Perfect Dog Care in Nuevo Vallarta is your dog's home away from home. Think boutique hotel vibes, air-conditioned comfort, cuddles, and so much love. Your pup will enjoy 2 daily walks, playtime, and even get obedience practice. They'll sleep indoors with us like part of the family. Plus, we'll send you daily pics and updates so you don't miss a thing. We also offer 2-week live-in obedience and leash training programs to keep your pup on their best behavior. Message us on WhatsApp at 331-496-3310 or visit positivelyperfectdogcare.com for more details.
Okay, that was some pretty convincing karate there again. I love it because now we're in 2 shots. So you can hi-ya me all you want for doing it. I know when I make fun of her, she hi-yas me off air. Trust me.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I ducked. Okay, well, it's almost time for our next favorite segment, and it's that redheaded curly girl, and she's got some hot stuff. We know she is.
Yes, she does. She is the lady that knows everything about events. So if you want to know what is up in Puerto Vallarta, you better get your agendas out and pay attention to Red
Hot
Happenings.
Hello, I'm Kirsten Rakuya, and I am super excited to share with you the red hot happenings going on in Puerto Vallarta this week. For more info about living here and cool things to do while you're here, check out my blog, sandinmycurls.com. All right, let's dive in. Celebrate Women's Her Story Month with poetry, passion, and community. Join us for a Pass the Mic, a powerful spoken word poetry event happening on Saturday, March 29th from 7 to 10 p.m. at Elysium Social House in Marina Vallarta. This is your chance to share your voice and hear from other inspiring poets. Plus, it's a potluck, so bring a dish to share. Hosted by the Claudia Jones International Time Bank and sponsored by Vallarta Queer. Sign up now at +1 855 599 9971. Ahoy, ye salty dogs! This spring break in Semana Santa, it be time to cast off your landlubber ways and party like a true pirate. Climb aboard the legendary pirate ship Vallarta, where the rum be endless, the grub be fit for a captain, and the adventures be wilder than a rogue wave. Raise your grog and cheer on swashbuckling battles. This be the ultimate high seas bash, and ye don't want to miss it. Book your voyage now at pirateshipvallarta.com or prepare to walk the plank. Backed by popular demand, and Just Like That, starring Stephanie Wright Watts, returns to Act 2 PV for a special performance on March 27th at 5 p.m. Accompanied by the incredible David Mayoko on piano, this unforgettable show is packed with laughter, music, and the magic of storytelling. Don't miss your chance to experience it live. Grab your tickets now at act2pv.com. Get ready for a fun-filled afternoon of charity bingo in support of the Colina Spay and Neuter Clinic. Join us every other Wednesday at Nacho Daddy on Basilio Badillo for a great cause. Bingo card sales start at 3 p.m. and the games begin at 4 p.m. Come out, win prizes, and help provide vital spay and neuter services for Vallarta's furry little friends. Get ready for a night of laughter and music as Eden Castile brings con artist Madeline and Me to Act 2 PV. This incredible tribute to the legendary Madeline Kahn is set to take the stage on March 27th and 31st at 7 p.m. and March 29th at 5 p.m. Don't miss this unforgettable performance filled with humor, heart, and classic moments. Grab your tickets now at www.act2pv.com. Join us on April 2nd for the second annual We Are Puerto Vallarta Awards at Coco Cabaret, celebrating the best of our community. The award ceremony starts 7 p.m. sharp, so arrive early, no reservations, and first come, first seated. Enjoy a night honoring your favorite places, entertainers, and people with our very own Jesse Ruiz as host and hopefully Brent as a winner. Entry is by donation to Rise Children's Shelter. Don't miss this unforgettable night. Get ready for an extraordinary event at Sunset Soiree, Cocktails for a Cause. Join us Thursday, April 3rd from 7 to 10 for a night of tapas, tacos, music, and dancing, all in support of Vallarta Cares. Enjoy an incredible performance by the one and only Amy Armstrong, followed by a live DJ under the stars to get your boogie on. Let's sip, savor, and support Vallarta Cares together because giving back has never been this fun. Check out their Facebook for more info. Exciting news for cycling fans. For the first time ever, Mexico will host the Gran Fondo, one of the world's most prestigious cycling events. On April 5th, nearly 1,000 cyclists from across the globe will take on the stunning coastal roads of Bahía de Banderas. With 130-kilometer and 90-kilometer routes, this race is more than just a competition. It's a celebration of endurance, adventure, and passion. Don't miss out on this historic event. So cheer on the riders or register now at www.rbcgrandfondo.com/event/Nayarit. So, what's got you buzzing this week? Drop a comment and let us know. Maybe we'll see you there. And now, get ready for the arts and entertainment segment where the flair is a little bit extra because, hey, this is Vallarta.
All right, I'm telling you, that was some great events, and I hope to see you in one of them. Now, it's time for the entertainment segment. Yes, it is. And you will want to know about what happened this weekend because I was at this fantastic event with Bianca Marroquin, and Maria is going to tell you all about it.
This past weekend, Broadway star Bianca Marroquin returned to Puerto Vallarta, dazzling audiences with her heartfelt and electrifying shows. Bianca Marroquin from Mexico to Broadway and back. The performances on March 22nd and 23rd at Act 2 PV Theatre marked her second time sharing her inspiring journey on a Vallarta stage, and the excitement extended far beyond the theater. Marquin made a splash in local media, visiting CPS Media Studios for an interview on Aquí en el 10 on TV Mar, and later stopping by El Resplandor, the most popular morning show on Radiante 98.3 FM. She delivered an uplifting message about perseverance, determination, and never giving up on your dreams, reminding listeners that success isn't always easy, but it is possible. She also gave an exclusive interview to Asphalt Radio, Vallarta's own all-English radio show. Right from the marina is where she shared all of her time filming the series Acapulco. The waterfront setting brought back fond moments of working on set and added a personal touch to her Vallarta visit. On stage, Maryanne mesmerized audiences with her powerful vocals, Broadway hits, and timeless classics, accompanied by pianist and Liberace impersonator David Mayako. She shared her incredible journey from an inspiring ballerina in Mexico to her iconic 2-decade run as Roxy Hart in Chicago. A special highlight was her announcement of an exciting new project, Destiny of Desire, in which she will take on the role of a telenovela-style villainess. Her performances were met with standing ovations and packed seats, proving once again why she remains one of Broadway's brightest stars. For those who missed it, let's hope Puerto Vallarta gets a third act. With information from Jesse Ruiz, Barbara Lapointe, CPS Media.
So a few days ago, there was a really cool tourism event over at Vallarta World that really sounded amazing. And I didn't get a chance to be there, and I kind of sorry I missed it, but I know David's going to make us all feel like we were right there.
Last week, the 30th edition of Gala Puerto Vallarta Riviera Nayarit officially opened at Vedanta's Convention Center in Bahía de Banderas despite a 2-hour delay. The event brought together key tourism and government officials, including Bahía de Banderas Mayor Héctor Santana and Puerto Vallarta's Director of Tourism, Alejandra Cornejo, representing Mayor Luis Manguilla. Jalisco's Secretary of Tourism, Michelle Friedman, emphasized regional unity and announced that Jalisco is preparing to host the FIFA World Cup for the 3rd time. Meanwhile, Juan Enrique Suarez, Nayarit's Secretary of Tourism, highlighted the area's growing hospitality sector with over 15 new hotel projects in development. Nayarit Governor Miguel Ángel Navarro praised the region's natural beauty and reaffirmed his commitment to ensuring a safe and welcoming environment for visitors. This year's gala featured nearly 1,500 business meetings focused on securing competitive rates and increasing hotel occupancy. In 2024, tourism in the region generated almost 41 billion pesos, and the event helped strengthen partnerships between wholesalers, hoteliers, and tourism stakeholders. The pre-inauguration at Lazaro Cardenas Park, held earlier in the week, set the stage with a vibrant spring theme featuring a performance by Grupo Fara, as well as participation from local businesses, international media, and tourism industry representatives. Gala Puerto Vallarta Riviera Nayarit continues to be the region's most important tourism event, shaping strategies to drive market growth in the upcoming seasons. With information from Miguel Gonzalez Guerra, David Herchak, CPS News.
Next up in our entertainment segment, well, it's the pirate ship. I know that you have seen it, but have you been? Well, check it out. Joe will tell you all about it.
Puerto Vallarta's Mar Galante pirate ship is one of the city's most recognized tourist attractions, offering an immersive experience for visitors of all ages. The 165-foot Spanish galleon replica was built entirely of wood and is modeled after Christopher Columbus's Santa Maria. Departing from the Puerto Vallarta Maritime Terminal, the ship offers both daytime and evening cruises, featuring live entertainment, pirate-themed performances, and fireworks. Guests enjoy an open bar, gourmet dining, and interactive shows while sailing across Banderas Bay. The Mar Galante operates year-round and is renowned for its family-friendly daytime tours, packed with exciting beach activities like snorkeling, banana boat rides, kayaking, beach volleyball, and a thrilling treasure hunt. Guests also enjoy a hearty breakfast and a delicious lunch as part of the adventure. By night, the ship transforms into a spectacular entertainment venue featuring live music, high-energy dancing, breathtaking acrobatics, and a gourmet dinner. Offering the best dinner and show experience in Puerto Vallarta, the Mar Galante guarantees an unforgettable evening on the bay. With a capacity of over 200 passengers, the pirate ship has become a staple in Puerto Vallarta's tourism industry, drawing thousands of visitors annually. Whether you're looking for adventure, history, or just a fun night out, the Mar Galante pirate ship remains one of the top-rated excursions in the region. With information from Jesse Ruiz, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
All right, now if pirate ships were not on your weekend agenda, well, how about a nice stroll through beautiful Sayulita, which I was just at for Sand and Strings, and I do love that little town. It's really fun to shop and look around. So this charming beach town is getting some exciting updates to even more enhance your visit and make it enjoyable. Joe's got all the details on what's new and what you can expect in Sayulita.
Over the weekend, Sayulita transformed Avenida Revolucion into a vibrant pedestrian zone. Local authorities installed removable bollards on Friday evening to block vehicles, inviting those parked to move away. Throughout Saturday and Sunday, residents and tourists enjoyed a safe, car-free environment in the town center, exploring shops, dining outdoors, and soaking in the relaxed atmosphere. Mayor Hector Santana, who introduced the project in January, hailed the initiative as a major step toward a more organized and family-friendly Sayulita. He emphasized that this change benefits not only local residents, but also visitors. Additionally, a new civic courts and transit office opened at Oromapas to serve Sayulita and nearby communities like San Francisco, Lo de Marcos, Punta de Mita, and Higuera Blanca. Local officials plan to monitor the corridor's success and adjust the project as needed for future weekends. With information from Israel Torres, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
Next up, a show that I was honored to be at. It was fantastic. Maria's going to tell us all about it.
Draped in a stunning floral blazer, Marangolo captivated the crowd with her signature crispy vocals and heartfelt storytelling. She took audiences on a journey through timeless classics, including a touching tribute to Dionne Warwick, while her longtime musical director Doyle arranged the evening's music. It was the brilliant Mark Hartman who accompanied her on stage, delivering a masterful performance. The evening was filled with personal moments. Marangolo's girlfriend Nancy was in the audience, and she even shared how much she misses her beloved dog while being away from home. With humor and wisdom, she reflected on aging, milestones, and the pressures of time, earning knowing laughs with lyrics like, "What did you do to your face?" from songwriter Susan Werner. Ending the night on a hopeful note, she reminded us to stay strong to our truths and be kind. And as she left the stage, one thing was clear. Maryanne Marangolo proved there is, indeed, a lot of living to do. With information from Jesse Ruiz, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
So we really do have some great artists here in Puerto Vallarta area, and big shout out to David Sabella and the whole team over at Act 2 BV. You guys are really pulling in the talent. Now, talking about pulling, let's pull some strings for a second. That's my segue. Let's talk about kites. The skies of Puerto Vallarta were filled with color this past Saturday during the third edition of the Kite Festival, an event that brought together dozens of families in the La Isla shopping village. Children between the age of 7 and 15 showcase their creativity and skills by designing and flying their own kites. With a dazzling variety of shapes, colors, and sizes, participants turned to the skies at a stunning visual spectacle, making for a very unforgettable experience. The festival's competitions were the highlight of the afternoon, awarding prizes for the most original kite, the highest flying kite, and the one that stays in the air the longest. I wonder how long that contest went for. I need to get some information on that. Amid cheers and laughter, young flyers demonstrated their talent and precision, while families enthusiastically supported them from the sidelines. Someone said, "We love seeing the kids, the excitement and the joy they brought to the festival. It was a fantastic afternoon that revived the tradition of kite flying in a fun and family environment." Best of all, participation in the festival was completely free, allowing more families to join in this tradition and entertaining experience. The Kite Festival has now become a highly anticipated annual event in the community, promoting creativity, family bonding, and appreciation for this beautiful tradition. With a successful third edition, excitement's already building, kite excitement, for next year's festival. I'm excited about it because I come from Austin, Texas, where we have a great kite festival every year, and it actually is pretty cool. Thank you to Fernando Borjarquez for that story.
Yes, I'm sure you like kites. I love kites. I was there, but I was a little late, but we still enjoyed the festival. It was really fun. I really like going to La Isla for this really cool festivals they have, every so often. Don't forget to check La Isla Puerto Vallarta's Facebook page. You can find out a bunch of stuff. And you know what? There's a lot of really good news stores there. So
I know. It's more than just turtle ponds and koi ponds and some shopping and going to H&M. Yeah, whatever it is, it is. But no, I mean, I wish I could have been at that kite festival. They are really cool. I mean, they all fly up there, and it does take a lot of skill. I'm still so interested if the longest flying kite is still flying. It could go on for weeks. Who knows?
You know, the wind has been perfect, so I'm sure it's still flying out there.
Still
I
going.
know.
It's still going. Well, good luck if you're still flying your kite, but we need to go fly out of here. It's the best segue I can do because that's the end of our newscast for tonight.
It's true. Please let us know what you thought about it. Send us a message. You can do it on YouTube, right in the comments section. And hopefully next time you see us, we'll have a new set. Who knows?
I know. I really hope so. I know you guys hope so. So hopefully next week you turn us on. Surprise, brand new set. But that's it for tonight. Thank you so much from both of us for tuning in to CPS News with Jesse and Brent. And we are the news that speaks your language.
With her signature crispy vocals and heartfelt storytelling, she took